about basically this girl that I was going out with who just had like walls around her. Like no matter how hard I tried to like get through to her, it would just be like I'd be just hitting a wall. And it's really like the whole message of the song is like, you know, like I can't kill your ghost for you. Like, you know, you got, whether it's, you know, like past relationships or, you know, whatever, you have these ghosts that like, you know, no matter how hard I try to like kill for you, or like no matter how hard I try to like fix things for you, like I can't really kill those ghosts for you. And that's kind of something that, you know, every person has to like work in their own capacity for themselves out. So yeah, that was kind of like the sentiment behind the song, and it's a really, really special song. I would say like it's probably the most special song that like we've done together. Not just the three of us, but you know, there was like Sierra and Max in the room when we wrote it all. It was the five of us that wrote it. That was actually the first like, I want to say like over like 4 or 5 people like songwriting session that I did. Like before that it was always like it was a fewer number of writers, but you know, it was really cool because I just like told these guys the story, and you know, Max was one of their best friends, and he passed in earlier this year, and I don't know, it's kind of like in many ways the last thing that I guess he's, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but like one of the last things that he was on and like, you know, haven't really been released yet. So it's kind of like in a lot of ways like it's particularly emotional for me because it's like, you know, I didn't know Max as well as these guys I grew up with Max, but you know, in whatever conversations I had with him, like, you know, he was always a delight to like talk to, just one of the nicest people ever. And I don't know, it's just, this song would not be anything at all if we didn't have that session with Max and with everyone else, and we didn't like write that together. And I can hear a lot of how Max thinks in the song, which is, I don't know, it just kind of like is moving in a way.
Yeah, I felt like it kind of had an EDM-y feel to it, and I just wanted to bring that out because it was like very acoustically driven in the beginning and the way it was produced. Yeah.
I feel like with the vocals, like, we did the vocals a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Right? Because we were trying to get it to feel like the lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember? Like,
yeah.
We were in here for like a while. A hot
we did, yeah, I remember. I mean, we did like a lot of vocals at like Zach and Ari's studio also. So it was just, we spent a lot of time like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel like vocally you did a lot with this to try to make it feel like not too soft.
Yeah.
But also not like you're screaming. You know, like
yeah, kind of like a softer, I don't know, mix belt kind of thing.
I feel like because it was us and Max.
Yeah.
And I think once we got the I can't kill your ghost for you. Once we got that line, yeah. I think I just sang it.
Yeah.
And I think you said something. I think you literally said, "I can't kill your ghost."
I remember
for you.
that was the idea.
Like, you said it like word for word, and then I just sang it.
Yeah, like I remember that was kind of the kind of the idea of like really what I wanted to say. I had it down in the sense that like, okay, like this is really what I want to say. Like I can't kill your ghost for you, and like, you know, you'll have to sort of deal with your own demons, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's just so crazy. Like it's like the five of us in a room, and she just like sings that melody and just stopped.
Yeah, and that was like, I think basically the whole thing was like it was everything else. We just spent time like figuring out the verse lyrics, but once we had that, I feel like we really had a song because the chorus was easy.
You know, we had some of the lyrical concepts. We were just trying to find those melodies, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember passing the mic around for a while. Like you guys were all on the couch, and at some point, I don't know who came up with what, but at some point it started piecing together, and you know, we were catching little bits and puzzling it together, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is a kind of a banger.
Yeah.
Like, when did that happen, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a real joy, and you know, some rooms are hard for, you know, 5+ people to like feel like they're all heard and like everyone, you know, is contributing, and it was like not that at all. It was like so easy, and everyone being kind of friends already obviously helped, but I think it's also like, you know, a nod to like the vibe that you bring to a session is not one that's like high stress. It's like, you know, trust that it will find its way out, you know, and it always does. So.
Isn't this the one that I shot the shit out of myself on the pedals?
Was it?
We called it like No Ground or something.
Yeah.
It was like a joke at the fact that like
I forgot about that. Yeah, it was like a.
We later like
Wait,
we later
on,
had like some smoking equipment
now.
from that ground.
Actually, that would be so cool to see the like that's.
No Ground.
That's what's the
It's called No Ground, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Yeah, like. This is already after the melodies.
This is actually after.
Yeah, wait,
But you play the first
There's
version.
another. Yeah, the
Very
first version was
instrumental or with a vocal in there. Let's see. Let's go.
Fuck it.
Let's do both.
Okay, very first version. I
Yeah,
think
just
it
kind of
says.
like a snippet of both.
Wish I never found out that I did another sound.
That whole riff is all guitar right here. We kept these guitar layers, but we dubbed it with
Right.
a synth, right?
Crazy that you remember all this.
Yeah.
Oh, this whole section's different.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, it took like that part. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was like very rock, and then like I remember it was
wait a
like
second.
definitely like Max's like advice to like steer
was,
a little bit
yeah.
away from that and more
Yeah.
into the, like Kid Leroy
It
thing.
was
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
That verse, the whole verse was like Max. Like he came up with that melody.
Yeah,
I
to the
remember.
music.
Yeah. I like that. That was also that's very
Yeah.
Sierra.
Yeah, well, that was the line, holding the knife as you come through my life. Like, we had so many other versions of that lyrically that were, like, really dark.
I know,
And we were
yeah.
like, no, I don't think we need to go that far.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I don't even remember how you made those
It's
drums,
like
but like it was
Brennan
like Zach playing.
Yeah.
You kind of played that beat and then
That's-
you like pitched it up and
before then,
fucked
right?
it up in some
Sure.
way. Like
Oh,
it was
this
kind
guy,
of
yeah. So it's pitched up an octave and like fucked with. So
Wait, how did he play it? If you pitch it back down?
Yeah.
you know,
So if I undo that.
yeah. Yeah, that's like the.
Well, sorry. Let me fix that one. So it would have been like this with no filter.
Yeah, that's like literally Zach playing that part in the
So,
studio.
Fat little kick, and then like
Yeah.
if I go back. To
Fat little kick.
What we did with it, pitched it up an octave, chopped it up a little bit.
Yeah, it just like
I can feel
it sounds so like
Super sick.
yeah, it sounds so cool.
even if I want it, I can't get too close to you.
the claps.
Yeah.
This is so cool to just like go over all these like.
There's like this like motif in the whole song.
And then those are the gang vocals.
Yeah.
Oh, the sirens too, right? Like the,
I mean, I think maybe the like most straightforward difference to me, like on this one, is comparing hide and seek is like, I mean, obviously it's a drastically different tempo and time signature and stuff, but we were messing around a lot. I think we were becoming more comfortable with each other, like in the production sense, and like we were doing a lot of just like manipulation. I don't think there was ever a point where we were like, oh, we shouldn't do that to this sound because that's not what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the drums. Like,
yeah.
I think
if you listen to the drums by themselves, they, you could argue they sound like shit. But like, in the context of the song, it sounds right. And the big boomy, full sounding drums would have sounded weird.
I think it sounds fucking great.
But yeah, I think
I think
that's
that was
the biggest thing. Like, we started,
that was the
really,
first song that we did with you, where like we did something like that, pitching the drums like that, which
like we were saying, like nod to hyper pop and sort of like the sort of glitchier sonic.
Yeah, so I almost feel like this song was almost like an unlock for us. Like we unlocked a door in your room, or sorry, in your house. That's like okay, like we didn't even know this room existed. Now we're here, and like we can make more. With this in mind, and like. Part of that's getting to know each other. Part of that's also just like up to the gods, if it happens that day, it does, and like and something happened where like things fell into our lap the right way. We pitched it and it sounded good rather than sounding bad, and like whatever it was, like in that moment, like I think we all realized like, oh wait, like this got significantly cooler. At the very least, this got way cooler.
It felt really good after it. We were like, oh yeah, like
it's
this,
like,
we got
this
something cool.
Definitely smacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And even he liked it, and he never likes anything, so.
Yeah.
That's
I do
when you
remember
know.
being like, this one's got.
He's like, Avi's got something here. Yeah. Because weren't we gonna pitch it? At one point?
Yeah, this was kind of like a. Well, this was a song, and then it sort of became like a pitch song, where we were like, oh, we might pitch this song, so we might have to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I feel like it ultimately just ended up being on what it's on now. It's just going to be like, its next project. So, but yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite songs that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. I just come off of like hide and seek, and I was like much more in like the rock mindset of like making music, because I've always wanted to like tap into my like rock roots, because that's what I like grew up listening to. But then also like most of the songs that I write are mostly like, or up until this point, like were either singer songwriter or like straight pop, and I just feel like I couldn't really find a way to include the rock roots in a meaningful way, and I just feel like this song also like shaped a lot of my sonic direction like going forward, because like we had the rock elements, but then we had like the really glitchy stuff, and then we had the and then we had the really glitchy stuff, and we had the pop like writing over it. So there
was some stuff at that time too. I don't know what came of it, but the stuff that you were working on with Nick Kaufman.
Yeah.
That like also, I mean, he's really great at that kind of world. And like, I think we heard, I think it was like a demo of, it was either before this track or right after this track before our next session.
Yes.
Where we heard a demo of a song you did with him, kind of also toward that world. And
Yeah.
I think like it started to become kind of clear like where we could go with this, so that
Yeah.
it didn't feel just like one of your references, like you're saying, but like a mix of the
Yeah.
of the family.
Yeah, no. So I mean, yeah, this was just a very like pivotal song, just both like musically for me, like and like my like sonic direction in determining what that is, and then also like in all of our like lives. Yeah, so it's just like a very overall very special song.
And we can't wait for it to come out.
Hell yeah.